This is a collection of shoulder mobility exercises that I've used the last 10 years or so. So I'm going to exhibit good form, but not perfect form because I want everyone to be able to participate in this. So this is the alligator. So think of a alligator snapping its jaws shut. So I'm just reaching back to my midline or spinal level. About 5 reps of each exercise today. The alligator. This is the alternate arm raise. So ideally your arms are pretty straight. You'll see a slight flex at the elbow with most people at the top, but we want to move through the shoulders and not through the neck or the elbow. So do your best to keep your arms straight, full range of motion. This is the alternate arm press and reach. I like to look up and extend my cervical spine a little bit and reach from my mid back as well. This is the breaststroke. So again, it's like swimming in a pool and just full ranges of motion with the scapula or shoulder blades. See how I roll them back and protract them a little bit. These are shrugs. So we're going to prep for the camshaft, which is next, which is a circular drill. But most people have a problem with the circle. So we're going to start with something easier, which is a shrug up and down with the shoulder blades. Now we're going to move into a back circle. The back circle is a little bit easier for people than the front circle. So let's start with the back circle. And we want to make a big circular motion. And most people are going to look at their arm just to kind of monitor what their arm and shoulder is doing. So you'll see me looking at my arm. A higher level is to feel it and not look. So if we want to get really precise, we'll just look straight forward. But I would say that's a progression at this point. So the beginning level, you can look at your arm a little bit. Just gaze out there and think about the shoulder moving and not the elbow or not the wrist. Again, we're going to isolate these joints and see what they're doing or not doing and pay attention. What I find is that a lot of people lose control of the shoulder blade, meaning they really can't move it in a circle. So this is a really valuable drill to stretch out some nerves in that area for the hands. This is an Egyptian drill. So watch how I tip my shoulder blades over as I reach and extend. So it's not just twisting at the elbow, it's twisting your upper arm and tipping your shoulder blades back and forth. This is a fast pitch, so think about being a softball pitcher. It's just a big circular motion. And remember, all these exercises you want to do without any pain. If you have pain, just decrease range of motion or don't do them. This is a figure 8 pattern out of the shoulder. So the idea is to keep the elbow straight and move from the shoulder only. Don't do a lot of elbow work here. We want to see what that shoulder can do. We're adding a little tempo too because this is a little more neurological load, meaning it's going to help your shoulder get a little bit smarter. It's a little bit cognitive. You know, we're crossing that midline of the brain as we cross the midline of the body. So it can be a little confusing at first, but I think you'll like it and just play with it and have fun. These are the hand slaps. So we're going to do 2 versions, front and back. If you can't touch your hands in the back, just reach back until you don't have any pain. And then high and low. So again, do what you can to move from the shoulders. Little hand slaps, so 2 different directions. So here we go, jacks without jumps. So think of this as a jumping jack with no plyometric jump out of the legs. We're just working shoulders today. This is an S reach. So I'm making an S pattern with my arms. I reach and touch the back of my head or neck, and then I reach low and touch my lumbar or low back. So do what you can on this. It's a great shoulder exercise. Just doing this alone has helped people. You can even do this at your desk sitting down. This is a scarecrow. So what you want to do is put your elbows at 90-degree angles, square them up, and leave them square as you rotate through, moving from the shoulder. So do your best to leave shoulders down on that one too. These are big shoulder rolls, so we're going to go backwards. Big rolls, big circles. Retract or pull the shoulders back. And now we're going forward. We're rolling into a protraction, which is reaching forward. Remember, the shoulder blade moves a lot on the back of the ribs. For mobility purposes, we need that. These are shoulder taps. So I'm just tapping myself on the shoulders, and I take my right over the top, then my left over the top. So don't always reach over the top with the same arm. Alternate each time. This is a standing Y. So what you want to do is get your upper body to hinge at the waist in about 30 to 45-degree angles. And then lift your arms in a Y. And then this is a T. So we're lifting the arms up against gravity. That lean is really important on those. This is a W. So big stretch in the front, pinching the shoulder blades together in the back. And here are some swim strokes. So this is a forward stroke. Again, big circles. It's a little bit different than the fast pitch. And then we'll move into a backstroke. Again, full ranges of motion without pain. That's our goal. This is an Indian club 5-step swing pattern. So we usually do this with Indian clubs, but we can do it with arm weight too. So I'm pointing my thumbs up to represent what an Indian club would look like in my hands. Do your best to trace this pattern. It's actually 5 different movements put together. If you want the details, see the Indian club post or work with me individually. This is a 5-step Indian club swing pattern. Great for shoulder mobility and neurological function of the shoulders. A little bit of a brain cognitive load there too. We're crossing that midline in the brain again as we cross the midline of the body. And here's the bonus for fun. This is the teacup drill. This comes out of Tai Chi. So pretend you had a cup of water in your hand and you don't want to spill it. And we can do this with just an open hand, no teacup. Or if you want to make it more fun, grab a frisbee and put a cup of water on it and see what happens. So I'm tracing that spiral or circle around both ways. I'll do a couple reps and then switch. You want to work both directions, so clockwise and counterclockwise. And articulate your whole body. So you can move your hips and knees a little bit, even the ankles. We're working from a mid to high position. A progression would be to start working from a low to mid to high position. So a little more level change. And that's it. Move well.